Have you ever noticed that weird pit in your stomach when your actions don't match up with what you actually believe? Like when you tell yourself you're fine, meanwhile, your body's screaming that you're not fine? That isn't hypocrisy. That's cognitive dissonance. It's the brain's way of trying to protect you from yourself. Cognitive dissonance happens to us when two truths inside of us start fighting for dominance. One truth says, I know what's right. The other says, but this is what I'm doing. And your brain, which hates conflict more than anything really, jumps into crisis mode. It starts rewriting the story just enough so you can keep functioning. You convince yourself it's not that bad, or you'll change later, or you had no choice. That's not lying, that's survival. Back in 1957, a psychologist named Leon Festinger first described this idea. I noticed something interesting. When people held two conflicting beliefs, they didn't usually change the behavior. They changed the belief instead. That's why I love this, because we do it all the time. Your brain wants internal consistency. It wants the math to math and for there to be balance. And when it doesn't, the anterior cingulate cortex and the insula light up and start going wild. And these are the same regions that activate during physical pain. So when you feel that tightness in your chest after doing something that doesn't sit right with you morally, that's literally your brain saying, this hurts. Let's make it more real for you. You know smoking is bad, but you tell yourself it helps you relax, or it's the only thing that helps you relax. You stay in a relationship that's clearly destroying you, but you say, maybe they'll change. You vote for something that goes against your values, then justify it, because it's easier than admitting you were wrong. We all do it. Because the truth, the full truth, can be unbearable at times. In mental health work, I see this constantly. Someone says, I want to get better. But the moment therapy starts digging deep, another voice chimes in and says, I don't want to rehash that right now. And then they pull away. It's not weakness, it's dissonance. The mind trying to hold two competing realities at once. I want healing and I don't want pain. They tell themselves they can do therapy anytime. It's not worth going through the pain right now. They tell themselves they've suffered this long. What's a little bit more time? So when we start to feel that inner conflict, we quiet it one of three ways. Number one is changing the behavior. I stopped smoking. Number two is changing the belief. Smoking's not that bad. Or number three, adding a new belief to justify it. Like, I'll just quit next month. These are mental patches. They are little updates to keep your operating system running. It's how we avoid psychological overload. But sometimes those patches keep us stuck. The more dissonance you ignore, the more energy your brain spends maintaining a lie that deep down you already know isn't true, which is a contributor to anxiety and depression and other mental health symptoms that people experience. Cognitive dissonance is one of the biggest reasons people stay in denial. addiction, toxic relationships, ignoring trauma. All of it often comes back to this one mechanism: cognitive dissonance. Our brain's refusal to admit that two opposing truths can exist at once. But here's the paradox: healing starts with dissonance. That uncomfortable awareness is the moment something cracks open. It's the sign your old story can't contain you anymore. It's your conscience or the universe or God or whatever you believe letting you know that something is amiss. It's your intuition. When a person finally says, I keep saying I'm fine, but truthfully I'm not, that's the beginning of honesty. And really, even when it hurts, that's where freedom begins. As clinicians, we see this play out every day. I want connection, but I push everyone away. I want to rest, but I feel guilty when I stop. It's so human, and it's magnified by culture. In some cultures, harmony and loyalty matter more than individual truth. So instead of changing the behavior, people adjust their beliefs to keep peace around them. In Western culture, we glorify authenticity, sometimes to the point of tearing ourselves apart for it. Neither is wrong. They're just different ways of balancing that inner question. Cognitive dissonance isn't hypocrisy. It's the sound of two truths colliding. The one that kept you safe and the one that might set you free. So maybe take a breath right now. Think about one place in your life where your actions and your values don't line up. Ask yourself, what story am I telling to make that okay? And if you stopped defending it right now, what might actually change? Because the goal isn't to be perfect. It's to be honest. And honesty hurts before it heals. Thanks for listening. If this episode hits home for you, share it with someone who's wrestling with their own contradictions. Because we all are. Food, caffeine, tobacco, substances, relationships, not exercising. And the more we name them, the less power they have over us. I'll see you next time. Bye.